Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a long overdue makeup inventory update, I guess, or like the beginning for 2022. All my numbers are for January 1st. I just haven't made filming it a priority, I guess, and I just decided like I need to get it done. We're coming into March. It's long overdue, and I had wanted to film this in an overhead style showing all of the products, but that knowing how big of a job that was going to be is what was making me procrastinate. And even though I kept telling myself like, okay, you should do it this week, okay, you should do it this week, here we are 2 months later than it should have gone up. So I'm sorry that this video may seem a little more half-assed. I didn't intend for it to be, but now I just really want to get it up because I do want to do a mid-year update for it, so I can't let it go on any longer. I will be inserting pictures, that's why I'm scooted over so far. I had a goal at the beginning of 2021 to only allow my collection to grow by 20 items, and that included PR, like have my makeup collection grow in total by 20 items. Midway through the year I changed that to everything except for eyeshadows because eyeshadows are just my favorite and I didn't want a limit on that, but there is a limit on it this year. So if you watch my makeup rehab series you will have seen those changes, but I'm very happy to say with makeup use up, which I also need to film that, my makeup empties for 2021, oh my gosh. With my makeup use up, decluttering to friends and family, as well as I have quite a few items that expired out of my collection last year, which I also need to share with you. So many videos, so little time. I'm happy to say I met my goal though of 20 products or less in my makeup collection. I don't mind if my makeup collection grows a tiny bit each year. I just don't want it to explode and feel super overwhelming. And I want to continue to prioritize project panning, of course, but also shopping my stash. And I feel like I'm doing a great job so far this year. Hopefully that momentum can continue, and my makeup rehab series really does keep me on track. So with all that being said, let's hop into category by category. Let's start off with base products. So for primers, in January of 2021 I had 16 primers and I'm now up to 17. My primer collection is too big right now. I do want that to decrease. I am going to focus on using some primers up this year. I do have quite a few small primers and you will have seen some of those in projects already this year. They were featured in makeup I want to use up in 2022, so primers are a focus. Foundation, I now have 16 foundations, and in January of last year I had 14 foundations, so this also grew. I'm also feeling like it's too big, but I even have products like this listed in my makeup inventory. So with things like this, like I can reduce those numbers pretty quickly, and actually this looks like it's all separated, so maybe I can just toss this. We will see, but like samples and deluxe sizes, all of that is counted. It's not, I do not own 16 full-size hardly used foundations, but again I'm already working on one to get some empties this year. Concealer, I had 9 in January of last year and I have 9 January this year. It is not the same 9, but I'm very good with concealer at like using one up and then purchasing a new one to try, and then focusing and using another one up before testing another one, and I'm very pleased with that. I even got like a concealer in PR last year, so concealers I'm very happy with. I even wouldn't mind having one more and having like an even 10. The Kosas concealer, I really want that one, so I think with maybe some of that birthday money I got, I might pick that up in my next Sephora order. For powder, I have mixed in my inventory numbers, pressed and loose. I think maybe I should split that up. Maybe I can determine my numbers and do that for the mid-year update. But January of last year I had 12 powders and I have 14 now. I don't really know how that increased. Well, okay, now that I'm saying that, I do. I got a CoverGirl powder in PR, and I got the Beauty Bakery powder in BoxyCharm, and there must be one more because I used up a powder last year. That is going to bother me. Moving on to, setting sprays. I had 5 January of last year and I have 7 now. This category does not worry me. 7 is a very low number. I use setting spray every time I do my makeup, so I haven't been focusing on any setting sprays in particular. So really almost every setting spray in my collection, it has significant usage on it. I just tend to like rotate through them. Now we get into some scary categories. Blush. I had 44 blushes in January 2021. I have 51 blushes January 2022. I don't know what it is. I go in phases, right? So last year I definitely did have a blush phase, and I'm trying really, really hard not to like dip back into that because all of the blushes just call to me. I want them all. I don't know what it is. 51 is insane. Way too many. I'm not really one for decluttering, but I definitely need to slow my buying in that category and really focus it on hitting pan. I want to hit pan in 2 blushes in 2022. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Right now, I'm obsessed with bronzer. I don't know why. It's probably because it's the dead of winter and I am feeling very pasty, but right now I'm craving all the bronzers. I had 25 last year and I have 28 this year. I don't feel terrible about that, but I would like to have a bronzer empty. Can I do that? I don't know. I'm working really hard on my NARS Laguna bronzer though, a little mini one. Highlighter went from 39 to 42. I'm not really into highlight that much these days. I don't know if that's a popular opinion or not. I'm still wearing highlight. I still like having it a part of my makeup routine, but like the highlighter releases aren't calling to me. I don't feel called to purchase any highlighters. Like I'm very content with my collection, which I mean, my collection is 42, so I should be content with that because that is a ton. Hopefully that continues. Hopefully I can have a highlighter empty, at least a liquid highlighter. That would be amazing. I did have 1 blush empty last year too, which you'll see in my makeup empties if I ever get that up. Face palettes. For me, a face palette has more than 1 product category. So like my blush palette, I counted each individual blush and included that in the numbers. But if it has like a setting powder, a bronzer, a blush, like a mixture of those products, I count it as face palette. I had 6 in January of last year and now I have 7. That was the e.l.f. Active one. It has a highlighter and cream blushes in there. I feel okay with that. I feel like I've been reaching for them much more than I used to. Let's move into some lip products. So for lip glosses, I had 27 last year and now I have 28. Lip gloss is something that I actually go through, so I don't mind having 28. I probably don't need that many, but it's also not a category that scares me by any means. Liquid lipsticks went from 49 last year to 34. I had quite a few liquid lipsticks expire on me and regular lipsticks. And liquid lipsticks just aren't what I reach for on an everyday basis. I don't find them to be comfortable except for very select few formulas. And I would like to work on emptying out some of these, hopefully before they expire. I was really disappointed in the amount of lip products, especially that expired on me. And so I'm really trying hard not to buy any right now. I have a lip treatment category, which is like lip balms, lip masks, lip scrubs. I have all those together. I had 6 January of last year. Now I have 13. There was a section part of the last year where I had BoxyCharm and I had the base box and the premium box, and for like many months in a row I was constantly getting lip balms or lip masks. I don't know what was happening. They're all still here in my makeup drawer of shame because I only open 1 or 2 at a time. But yeah, that did definitely, well, it more than doubled. Bullet lipsticks, I went from 36 to 45. Now, if you watched my Black Friday and what I got for Christmas haul, I got quite a lot of lip products from ColourPop, both in mystery boxes, as well as my husband bought me one of the vaults, which I'm so thankful for. But those are all very new, and quite a number of lip products had expired that I had discovered in my collection as well, as I keep mentioning. So I'm feeling stocked up on lip products, that is for sure. And lip products is another one of those categories, kind of like bronzer, where I don't know what is going on, but I just want all of them, especially lip glosses and bullet lipsticks. Like, lip liners I could care less about, honestly. I've been using them more just because I have them and I feel like I need to be making progress on them because all of them are old because I don't buy any new ones. But like bullet lipstick formulas, I'm always eyeballing them like, and then I like remind myself like, no, Emily, you literally just took a ton out of your collections because they smelled like rotten crayons. Okay, speaking of lip liners, I had 19 January of last year. I have 19 now. I did use up 1 lip liner last year, I believe, so 1 must have come in somewhere. That's fine, whatever. I feel like it's not crazy. I don't feel like I need them, but they're here. Eye products. I had 22 eyeliners and now I have 23. That's fine with me. I don't feel like I need that many. I don't mind having a lot of eyeliners, I should say this, as long as they're different. I don't need 23 black eyeliners. They're not all black eyeliners, but I don't mind having like a couple black, a couple brown, and then like a wide variety of colors in my lip line, not my lip liners, in my eyeliners, because I do like having colored eyeliner in my waterline especially. I don't have any today, but again, this is not a category that scares me. Mascara, I had 2 in January. I had 3 in January of this year. I only open 1 at a time. That's fine. If it goes down to 2, that's fine. The 1 I'm using and 1 backup. Eyeshadow primers, I had 5 January 2021 and now I have 3. I used up a sample. And what else? Did I use up 2 eyeshadow primers last year? I don't even know. Brow products, I had 14 and now I'm down to 10. I'm very happy with that. I decluttered 1 or 2 and I used up 2 or 3. I don't quite remember. Again, that is not a number that scares me at all. I actually like go through and cycle through my brow products. So 10 is actually like a really great number for me. I would like to keep it there. Okay. Now we get into what you've all been waiting for. Eyeshadows. Okay, before I get into eyeshadows, I just wanted to let you know. So if we're excluding eyeshadows, in January of 2021, I had 350 makeup items. January of 2022, I have 369 makeup items. So it increased by 19. Even with all the PR I got, all of the buying that I did, again with the combination of decluttering and makeup use up, my makeup collection only increased by 19 products. I feel so good about that, honestly. I really, really do. Yes, some things expired, which is why my makeup rehab numbers are lower for 2022. That definitely played a major role. But I also didn't go makeup crazy. My makeup collection didn't swell and go like nuts, you know? Like, I don't mind if it grows a little bit, but let's not go nuts. All right, it's time for eyeshadows. These I will not have pictures for. I more recently did an eyeshadow palette collection and a haul where a ton of eyeshadows came in, and it's just too many things to take pictures of. Eyeshadow singles, this includes individual eyeshadows, liquid eyeshadows, magnetic pans of eyeshadow. I just have it all included in eyeshadow singles. I had 89 January of last year, and now I have 96. I feel perfectly fine with that. I had an eyeshadow empty. I bought 9 eyeshadows from Cosmetics. Then I'm missing one. Oh, and I had a Super Shock shadow expire. Okay, so there we go. Eyeshadow palettes. This did get out of hand last year, for sure. I started the year off with 54 eyeshadow palettes, and I ended the year with 78 eyeshadow palettes. Some people have over 100. Some people have multiple hundred. 78 eyeshadow palettes feels like a lot for me. I feel like I'm not doing the best job of rotating through them because I'm also trying to hit pans, and I do still want to continue to hit pans and make visible progress on my palettes, and I'm not in the spot where I'm wanting to declutter any right at this moment. I'm not at the spot where I want to stop buying palettes completely, but I do want to recognize that that number is very large and like respect that large number and keep it in mind before I buy all of the eyeshadow palettes all of the time. And that is why I do have a limit on my eyeshadow buying for 2022 at 10 palettes unless I hit a ton of pans, which has been working really well for me so far. In my defense, I bought a ColourPop mystery box for Black Friday. My expectation was that it would contain a lot of lip products and some skincare from like 4-3 Beauty. In reality, it contained a ton of eyeshadow palettes, which I'm very excited to use, honestly. Like, I'm very, very happy with the palettes I received in that mystery box. But then they accidentally sent me 2 mystery boxes full of eyeshadow palettes. And so those 2 mystery boxes bumped that number way up right at the very end of the year. So I didn't buy, what's the difference there? 24 palettes. I did not buy 24 palettes intentionally. More than that, because I did declutter some palettes to friends and family. So there are more than 24 new palettes entered my collection in 2021. This organizer here contains all the palettes I have yet to use. So I'm slowing it down in 2022, and I'm really focusing on hitting a lot of eyeshadow pans this year. I think that will make me feel a lot better. So I have some stats here. In January of 2021, I had 14 pans showing in my collection. That's both eyeshadows and powders and bronzers and like all the things. In January of 2022, I now have 23. I did declutter quite a number of things that contained pans, which was a bummer, but 18 of those 23 pans is eyeshadow. My pan percentage was 1.69%. I wrote LOL in capital letters by there, as I have 1,068 eyeshadows. That includes my liquid eyeshadows, pigments, singles, all of the things. I have 543 makeup products Again, that includes the eyeshadows. 369 are not eyeshadows. Let me scoot back to the middle. I should have done that before. So overall, I'm very happy with my makeup collection. I'm very happy with my low buy. I feel like it has been successful, and even with accepting PR, like I had one very large generous box from Look Fantastic US in the summer of last year that made my like inventory numbers swell. And I felt kind of anxious about that, but also just very excited about the opportunity. And I'm very happy with my makeup usage and just continue to improve each year. Like when I look at my makeup empties in my spreadsheet, I have tracked from like 2018 or 2017 through. Every year I'm doing better. My makeup collection isn't sitting here unused, and for that I'm very happy. I want to continue to shop my stash as well as project pan and just make sure things aren't going unloved. And when they are going unloved, trying to find them new homes with friends and family. So yes, my makeup collection is feeling a little big, but I'm also feeling okay with where it's at. Yeah. I'm so sorry that my makeup inventory for January is going up so late. It's going up in March. That's crazy, but those numbers I did put together for January 1st, so even now those numbers have changed. Like things have come in, and I've also had makeup empties so far this year. So knowing that, it also feels really good, and I'm excited to share a mid-year update in July as well. That's enough rambling for me. If you did enjoy today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so that I know, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!